Dangerously safe, man. Oh, hold up. Let me turn this one off. We don't need the stream there. That's all right. Good. Okay. Okay. But this is a new podcast project. Um Let me send this link to my guy and get him in the stream here. Oh man, I hope this works. So what we gonna do here is, you know what? I'll just wait. I could pop in. This is a new podcast project we starting up. I'm gonna leave it at that for now. And when my guy gets in here, we start talking. We'll break down what this whole project is about. All right? Because I think you'll get a kick out of it. Dangerously safe, man. Dangerously safe. Here we go. Here we go. Got a few topics I'm ready to dive into and talk about tonight. So hopefully everything works out well. I hope this works, man. I really hope this works. We're gonna open up these mics. Well, at least in case. What happens when you buy things separately and get tired of batteries? Your mic's never being charged when you want to use them. Dangerously safe, man. Going down. This, oh man, project in the works for a long time. Night. That is the night. Hey, Fia, where you at, my guy? I need this to work. I really need microphones at in the meantime. All over the place, man. I tell you. Wow, they were sitting there the whole time? That's crazy. That oh, and it means I gotta take those off. Pop up. That's good. Oh, oh,
Oh, I can't hear you.
oh. Hold up, hold up, hold
I
up.
don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, then I guess I just can't hear you.
How do I fix this? Right, Mike? I think I am.
Still nothing.
Check 1 2, check 1 2.
I don't know if I need to
So it's not that.
put in the headphones.
Check. Check 1 2. Mike check. Mike check. Mike check. I'm on here.
No, I can't.
Check. And
Okay. Hold on.
all right.
Let me see if it makes a difference. I'll get some headphones. Hold on.
That works.
Okay.
Mike check. Mike check. 1 2.
Oh, okay. I can hear you.
Let's go.
Okay, I can hear you. Hey, yo.
Hey. What's good, bro?
Nothing much. Just out here. Just enjoying that Labor Day.
That's what I'm talking about. Vibes on vibes. Hey,
Yes,
man,
sir. Yes, sir.
Might be about to break the internet with all this.
Hey, that's what we do. That's what we do. I got my Yeti mic that I use for some other stuff because I was like, okay, I know he's gonna have a good setup. So how can I kind of match? How can I kind of match? I got my
Hey,
little.
man, you got me beat right now.
Hey,
I
got
like
the-
it. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm just out here with the headset. Look like I'm about to play some Fortnite.
Oh, bro, I was gonna say, looks like you're about to game. It looks like you're about to get into it.
Oh man.
Yo,
Hey man, I'm glad you're here. And
sure.
for the viewers and the future viewers, we're gonna give you just kind of a rundown of what this project is. I think right now we got a single viewer, so this person, whoever it is,
Hey,
you'll know what's up.
exactly.
But this project is something that's been in the works for a while, not consistently. It's an idea that's been an idea for a while. That's a better way of saying it.
Several iterations, several phases. Yeah.
And what we want to do here, well, the name that we settled on is called Dangerously Safe. And the reason that we kind of settled on this name was because there are a lot of topics that you can talk about, but you have to be like PC about it. Like it can be a dangerous topic, but you're trying to be safe to talk about it, and then you
Yeah.
can't really talk about it because of that. So there's like this weird line that you have to walk with stuff.
Yeah.
And for us as good, respectful Christian men,
Amen. Respectable. Real respectable.
so sometimes people struggle with that in our space and in our shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we're trying to keep it real. And JFia, I'll let you speak on that a little bit as well if you want to add to that.
Yeah. I think I mean, something that I remember how this kind of came up is we would have conversation when we used to work together, and we would just like be talking about stuff and being like, oh, well, we could talk about this here, but like, oh man, if we said it, and it's not like we were saying nothing wild, nothing vulgar, nothing crazy, but it's just like just the way we were talking about stuff and even just keeping it real or just like the perspectives. It was like, oh yeah, well, we can't say this there because then we get stoned, or we can't say this
Somebody
there.
gonna get mad.
Exactly. So then kind of the whole idea of like, okay, dangerously safe, like not coming out to be experts, not coming out to even say we know it all, but like let's at least be able to talk about it. Let's be able at
Yes.
least to be able to say like, hey, this is what I think. This is another perspective. This is another perspective. This what's up. And I think sometimes we think something is that crazy, but it's like I don't think it's that wild. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's what you saying it is. I think we going a little too much. I think we're going a little too much. As the kids would say, not too much. Not too much.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
So we don't have a structure for this just yet. All right.
Yeah.
So you're in for
No.
a real treat tonight. Part of this we are absolutely winging, but what
Yeah.
we did decide to come to the table with was a few topics each to
Yeah.
talk about, and we'll just share our opinions, and that's kind of what this is going to be. We're going to talk about things going on in the world, things
Yeah.
in the Christian space that we struggle with and have to deal
Yeah.
with, and just stuff in the regular world because it's practical and we connect to that stuff too. So, if I will give you the honor of dropping the first topic, bro.
Okay. Now I was thinking, I was like, man, start more heavy or go. So I'm gonna start more serious, and then as we go, then I'll end with the kind of like But I think okay. So this thing that I've been thinking about recently. So you know how there was sadly those shootings in Minnesota, and you know there's a lot of stuff. You know several things like that have happened, and this idea of like thoughts and prayers, of thoughts and prayers being the only recourse of the Christian, and the just like the default answer. um and not saying that prayer is not good or beneficial, but I guess talking a little bit about like just falling back on thoughts and prayers in situations where more than thoughts and prayers can be done, um, and just some of the platitudes in uncomfortable situations. So yeah, starting a little serious, deep off. I know we'll get lighter, but that's the first. That was something that I was thinking about for sure.
Bro, that's a good question, man. I I think I'll say this statement first, and I'll ask a question. My statement will be, if I'm hearing you correctly, it sounds like this question is dealing specifically with this kind of super passive approach that Christians take all the time, to where it's even like worse than a politically correct type statement. But if it was a Christian PC, then that would be what the statement is:
Mm-hmm.
thoughts and prayers,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's like you can't say what you're really thinking about it, but that's the quote unquote best thing to say because you're a Christian.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, and I know you have a question, but I guess with your statement, it made me think like I think there are like, look, I don't live in Minnesota and I'm not there with those people. So there is a limit to what I can do. And like if I fly over there and try to say some stuff, I don't think it'll mean that much. But I think it's okay to say, like, this was a horrible event. This is a tragedy. And we should have a conversation about like guns in our country. And that's not like, oh, you're trying to take over. Like, look, I'm in Texas. Maybe I mean, if anybody in Texas, my homies or a church member comes on this, they might be like, oh, that's where look what this guy is. But like, I think it's fair to have that conversation. It's fair to say like, wow, this is a problem, and not just, well, it's sin in this world. Like, okay, cool, but like, this is a horrible thing. And so I think being able to say the horrible thing, and no, we don't have the answer. No, I can't tell you why it happens, but I think sometimes I have used that cover, or Christians use that cover of like, okay, like let's use this shield so that we don't have to like deal with or engage in unfamiliar territory or uncomfortable conversations.
Bro, I really like that comment, because a lot of times if you start talking about a situation like this, it's almost immediately made to be a political thing when it
Yes,
doesn't have to be.
correct.
It's like, because if we're talking about just from the standpoint of being a human and caring about other humans, now not only is that fundamental to the gospel,
Yeah.
which means that in a real sense we should have more to say about it than just thoughts and prayers,
Hmm.
right? But it's like, what does this look like on a practical sense? Because shoot, man, this situations like this and statements like that from the Christian community are one of the reasons why I had an issue with Christianity growing up, because
Mm,
it didn't really connect with the world that we lived in a real way. It's like, yeah, we have
yeah.
all this stuff in church. There's all these things that we're learning, but
Yeah.
when it comes to love your neighbor as yourself, well, that's just a
Mm,
Bible concept. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not talking about the real world anymore. We're not talking about the situation that happened in Minnesota anymore. We talk about
Yeah. Yeah.
church.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's so true. And like that loving your neighbor concept, I think, and I think and my involvement in church and my own struggle and also what I've seen, because I work as a pastor, like, is okay, if I love my neighbor, number one, that doesn't mean I always agree with my neighbor, but it does mean that like I care about my neighbor, and the things happening to the people around me should like hit me and not just be like, well, that's tough. Good thing I'm not them. Or like, and so I think, yeah, sometimes the conversations that I used to have and some things that have changed in my looking at the world and theology, like it used to be a lot of us versus them. It used to be a lot of like we're on the inside, they're on the outside, and like got to keep from you. And I feel like the growth that has happened and continues to happen is to realize, man, there's more like similarities and commonality, and like being able to view like, man, like what if I was a parent and my kid like I don't think I would just be like, well, sin is just tough and this no, I'd be understandably outraged, and it would be like, bro, let's deal like, so why am I looking at the people calling for something or like, oh, calm down, guys. Why?
Yes,
So
bro. You're bringing up a really good point. Like Christianity being insular at times, it also bothers me because
yeah.
it's we can't act like, man, yeah, you're tapping on a whole lot of things, bro. Like this idea of the in but not of,
hmm
and we end up treating that not just as like a ministry perspective, but also as a life, like a statement for how we should live. Yeah,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
here, but we're not really a part of everything that's going on.
yeah. No, for
Like,
sure.
no, we are. We're here. We're here.
Yeah, because I mean, just like a really, maybe it's just too simplistic, but like, for example, if a disease came into our neighborhood, in my neighborhood right now, I don't care if you're Christian, Adventist, non, boom, like my neighbor and me, we both getting hit with it. If they like, if there was a smoke bomb dropped in the community, or when it rains, all of us is receiving the rain. All of us, like, so we're all getting affected. So I'm here, like I'm experiencing some of the same things. Like when homies get taxed, I'm getting taxed. When like, yo, when it's hot up in Houston, like I'm
Don't
hot
take
here.
my money,
Like,
man.
yeah, right. So I feel like, and I think too, like just yeah, forgetting that we have this shared human experience, and there is a lot of similarity, and there's a lot of like commonality that we share.
Yeah, man. I like that. You think of you mentioned like the sickness coming through the neighborhood. We had COVID come through the global neighborhood, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it can be fascinating when you look back at some different groups and their response to it. You know
Correct.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 for sure. I remember being a pastor during that time, and it was a crazy time, brother.
Bro, you have pastors on both sides of the spectrum. Like the churches, the ones that really got me were the ones that are like, ah, we don't care about this stuff. We're just gonna meet anyway as if nothing's.
Bro,
I'm like, dude, you're here in this, and look at what happened to some of them on the back end.
bro, bro. Let me tell you, no names, no the identities will be protected to protect
Dangerously
the
safe.
innocent. Dangerously safe, bro. But bro, I was at this church, bro, and I remember the first time COVID hit, and like half the church didn't come, and so the like usually a congregation that was probably like 150 or so in attendance was at like 50 or 20. So it was drastically. And I remember one person was like, "Man, people don't got no faith. Like this, is just like the flu, bro. Like it's just like the common flu. It ain't nothing." And I remember I had to pray that day, and I wrestled with making big statements or whatever, but I was like, "Okay, Lord, like." During the prayer, let me just see what's up. And so I just prayed and I said, Lord, help us to not make this the test of faith. Like, let us not make this the sign of who's true, who's
Yes.
real, and who's not. Because I just don't think if this is the true move of God, if this is the deciding factor, like some people don't want to. Nobody wants to die, bro. Like people are trying to play with their health. So why is God be like, let me truly test your faith? Will you come to the church, even though there's a global pandemic? Like, homies were making this the test of faith. Like,
It's amazing, man. That we need to write that down because that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
The things that people use and turn into tests of faith or
Yeah,
marks of the
bro.
kingdom. Those types of things.
Oh, bro. Craziness. Like, I just
Jesus
like,
was a vegan.
yo, okay. Now you got, oh, brother, you touched on another topic right there, my bro. Look, I just want to clarify to any viewers, any people that watch this. Hey, the vegetarian lifestyle, be blessed. Vegan lifestyle, may it increase your blessings in your kingdom. But let me
However,
just, however, correct, dangerously safe. Number one, let's not get it twisted. Jesus, the Christ, the Messiah, ate some of that meat.
yeah,
Because
fish.
if he was a Jew, which we know he was, then they have several festivals that include eating the lamb. So Jesus was out there, pass that
His
top.
best friends were fishermen, man. What are we talking about?
And what do fishermen catch?
Eating fish.
That fish, bro. Yeah, bro. They're not just out here like, nah, that's not what they're doing. So that's number one. And number two, he said, sorry for the environmentalists, but like,
dangerous
and then the
thing,
other
bro.
thing, dangerously say, bro. The other thing is like when people be looking down on people like, you are still eating nuts and not eating the legumes, and it's like, come on, my boy, come on,
You're
my
right.
boy. Come on, boy. Chill with that talk. Chill with that
killing
talk.
me with that junk, bro.
And some of these homies, okay, this is back to the COVID thing. Some of these homies are like, man, I never got COVID. And I think it's because I wasn't eating that processed. I was like, stop that, my boy. Stop that. Stop that. Don't do that.
Straight tripping, man.
Straight trippy, bro.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation right there.
That's a whole nother conversation. But that was my topic. That was my thing. I mean, you can bring us into our next, but yeah.
All right. For this next topic, I'm gonna play a video here.
Oh snap! This really be feeling like Nightcap a little bit. I do feel like I like the split screen. I'm like, dang, bro.
Hey, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And let me see if I can share this thing right so we can watch it. And then we'll tune back in after.
I'm worried. Okay. I see it now.
Swarmed the campus of a North Houston church. Two of its pastors are now accused of running a $50 million labor trafficking and money laundering scheme. KPRC2 reporter Rochelle Turner is outside Joshua Media Ministries International with what investigators say was happening behind closed doors.
Federal prosecutors say the two leaders solicited donations and even forced followers into labor. Now, all day we've seen agents coming in and out of this campus. We spoke to a man who works next door, and he says that he noticed unusual activity at the church in the past year. He remembers trying to offer a man some water while he was cutting grass, but says he just looked away. Drone video shows a bird's eye view of the JMMI Global Campus for Harvest off the North Freeway in North Houston. The property belongs to the Kingdom of God Global Church. On Wednesday, a heavy law enforcement presence surrounded the facility. FBI agents moving in and out for hours. Sean Oakland works next door at City Electric Supply and says the scene didn't shock him.
I rolled up and I saw a lot of cars parked in the street right here, and we had probably about 6-7 cops in here, and I pretty much knew right away what it was. When I first started working here, they let me know that there's a cult right behind us, and I was wondering what that was about. I thought they were messing with me, and I looked up the name and saw the owner, his previous indictments and everything, and walked inside. I was like, y'all weren't joking, huh?
Federal prosecutors say ministry leaders David Taylor and Michelle Brannon ran call centers in Michigan, Florida, Texas, and Missouri. They're accused of forcing followers to work long hours for little or no pay, pressuring them to meet steep donation quotas. Victims reportedly lived in ministry housing or even slept inside those call centers, with their movements strictly controlled.
They would have people cut this big field of grass with a push mower. and they would be out here for 8 hours a day. I mean, from sun up to sundown, and I don't know, whenever I leave, I don't know what happens, but they were here the whole time I was here, and we always joked that it was punishment, and now reading all this stuff, the unpaid labor, I'm sure it was.
According to a 10-count federal indictment, Taylor, who called himself an apostle, required some followers known as armor bearers to serve him around the clock. Prosecutors allege they transported women to him and in some cases were told to take emergency contraceptives. Oakland says strange things were common, like unmarked cars and armed guards on the property.
Big stages in the back, no one's ever on them, set up with pictures of people's faces and a curtain where you couldn't really see what's going on. People peeping in and out of windows, only time we ever really saw people.
Taylor was arrested in North Carolina, Brannon in Florida. Both are expected to make their first court appearances very soon. Investigators say this is only the beginning, and they're urging anyone who may be victimized to come forward. Reporting in North Houston, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC 2 News.
Thank you, Rochelle Turner.
Dang, bro, not in my city, bro.
Bro, that's
Not
in
in-
your backyard, bro.
Bro, that's in my home city, bro. Bro, okay, I got multiple things to say. First I'll say, dang, not my city. But second, bro, this is when, like, there's some good biblical language that people be misusing, like armor bearers. I need my armor bearers to bring me some contraceptives. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? And then thirdly, hey, these people were abused, they were taken advantage of. But what am I looking like? Working for free, working for little to none. Come on, cuz. I don't care what kind of pastor telling me to do that. You can barely get church members to volunteer at our churches. You get to cut grass. So I gotta find out what we were doing, because at the churches that I've been at, you ask people to say, hey guys, can we come in on a Sunday and do like a little what do we call them? The little cleaning bee. Can we do that? People are like, nah, I'm good.
Work bee.
I'm good. The work bee. There you go. So I can barely get people to come in for a work bee. These homies have people cutting grass, doing for little to nothing. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh man. So this video, as soon as I saw that, I thought of you. And it's funny, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess the point that I wanted to think about this. Oh, looks like an update video on this. We'll have to watch this another time.
There's an update? Oh no. Oh no.
Here, I'll show you the screenshots. I won't play the video now.
Oh,
Hold up.
jeez. That's crazy.
Look at these. Look at this one.
Oh,
And this.
my goodness. Moving forward. Oh, arrested.
Look at this.
Bro, it's crazy, dude. Those prison, like those arrested photos, those always are crazy, bro. They always are wild. They
Bruh.
humble you.
That is. But so the reason I wanted to talk about this is, like, there's an interesting dynamic that happens in spiritual community where things get misinterpreted and power gets abused.
Yeah.
And I'm curious your thoughts on, one, how does something like that happen? And maybe what can we do to avoid it?
Yeah. I think so. It also reminds me, I remember I listened to what was the podcast? The Fall of Mars Hill or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was super insightful on this stuff. I think probably can happen a myriad of ways, but I think it plays on the like specific emotions of people. So sometimes it might be guilt, sometimes it might be like a void that people have in their lives. And the spiritual, I mean, that's I guess the double-edged sword of spirituality, because it is meant to address needs and to like fill voids. Like that's what God does. That's what he does. But it can also be misused in using those voids and using that stuff to then coerce or mislead people into doing stuff. Like, I mean, with the Mars Hill, what was his face? Driscoll, like he set himself up as the spiritual authority, as somebody that cared for people. I mean, if you listen to the podcast, like early on, he would like let some of these guys, these young guys, stay in his house. He sold them this vision that, guys, we're fighting for the kingdom of God in Seattle, and we're like putting a, we're fighting against the enemy and all this stuff. And so like probably started with good motivations, like just real community, and then built that to the place where it's like, I'm a spiritual authority that cannot be questioned. That, and so I think like no checks and balances. I think that's one thing I see, like especially from that podcast, that like Mark Driscoll kind of rose to this place where at first there were some people that challenged him, there were some equals, but then for him to really raise up, he had to silence those people. He had to get rid of those people so that he's at the top. And you have some people a little less that maybe they question here and there, but at the end of the day. And so like when you have like power unchecked, even in spiritual communities, and abuse of like the voids, like the guilt or shame or needs, like in this situation, I don't know what his sermons were or whatever, but I'm sure there was like a God wants you. Maybe there was like, oh, I feel the power of God. And then it was like, now God, serve him. Are you truly thankful? Are you truly grateful for what he's done for you? And you know how we helped you as a church? What the little you can do is give back to the church. And, and then you start to just abuse and override people's free will. So, I mean, I don't know the exact stuff, but I think those are some components of it.
Like that. I see something like this, and it's perhaps even more like I think about it and the question even more now, given the role I'm about to step into. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And it's like there are countless stories of people that set themselves up as these kind of figures, and it always ends up bad.
yeah.
Like it always ends up bad. And I'm like, man, whatever it takes for me to have the right, I like the term you use, the checks and the balances, um, which I think is actually staying connected with God. But it's like having those actual checks and balances in place to realize I can't be up here because God is the only one who's up here.
Yeah.
That's going to keep me from thinking a certain thing about myself and what I can tell other people to do,
Yeah. Um,
and being able to relate to them in a good way and in an actual Christ-like way instead of this forceful, domineering kind of way.
Yeah, like speaking of nightcap and stuff, like on Shay on Club Shay, like I think it was Keenan Wayans, one of the Wayans brothers, one of them on from like My Wife and Kids. He was on there. He made this statement that I thought was so interesting. He said, "I don't think anybody should be famous." He's like, God is the only one that should be famous because like human beings, we struggle with that. And I think it's so true. Like when you give a human being power, unlimited, unchecked, when you say like people follow me and like hear me, and obviously this, leading comes with that, but like when you give this person this just elevated status, man, I mean, I think it's hard for it not to go to our heads. I think it's hard for it not to like affect us and be like, oh man, I'm really somebody. Like people just listen to me and they do what I want. And oh my goodness, they think everything I say is great. Like, yeah, you start to think, oh snap, I might be better than the average person. Like, and I think you see that with when famous coaches are done coaching, or when famous sports stars don't play their sport anymore, when retired pastors or leaders, when they come back into the regular sphere, so to say, now people are going back and forth with you, or nobody's listening to what you say, and you're just like, well, what's going on? I was that guy. Like I was telling people what to do, and it's like, oof, yeah. Like I think that leadership has to happen, right? And I think there's some places, but it's how do we lead, but also that unchecked power. Like I just think it's never good for a human being to have. It's never good.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
You know, another strange comparison, you hear of something like this, and I listen to the description that you're giving in talking about this, and I can't help but think of somebody like Diddy.
Oh,
unchecked power, like command and control of the people in your circle.
yeah.
It's not that different, but these people are calling themselves pastors.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, yeah, they're covering some heinous acts, some crazy deeds with like spiritual motives or language. But it's like at the end of the day, like, I mean, look, you hear this guy asking his armor bearers to bring him women. Like, like you said, did he? Like, what is that? What is at the heart of that? Like, that's just appetite and pleasure that wants to be satisfied, but yeah, just different title.
And I think the last thing I'll say on this topic is the reason that it bothers me so much is because the majority of people out there, regardless of the cultural perspective that it takes, the majority of the people out there are actually not atheists. They're looking for something. They're looking
Hmm.
for the higher power to tap into to connect with.
Yeah.
And people aren't dumb. They know this. And they take advantage of people who are honestly seeking and learning for something
Yeah.
that's going to make
Yeah.
them a better person. And the power ends up getting abused to where these individuals are trying to tell these people, "Hey, if you do this stuff, if you give me this, and you let me take this from
Yeah.
you, that's bringing you close to God." And I hate that
Yeah.
because it just makes it harder for genuine people in spiritual spaces to connect with someone because that's creating real hurt
Hmm.
and it's creating real scars that people can't get over when they do have an opportunity to meet somebody who's genuine and actually wants
Yeah.
to help them. So yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I feel like I've seen that as a pastor for sure. Like, oh, you're a pastor. Oh, okay. Like, what's the angle? What's the, and it's just like, yeah, because of things like that. Like, I remember I had some friends that weren't Christians and we were watching this show one time, and there was a character, there was a person in the reality show that was a Christian. They said they were Christian multiple times, and they were acting horrible, diabolical, brother. And my friend, she was like, "Man, Jafia, if I had never met you, I would have thought all Christians are like this.
Wow.
Like this is just how they act." And so, like, first of all, thankful to the Holy Spirit, but also just like, dang, like, homies just be throwing around this stuff and acting another way. So, yeah,
Glad
definitely,
she was open for that, man, because a lot of
yeah,
people are not.
yeah. So, yeah, bro. You okay? I don't know how much you want to share about this, but you said something about new position that you're going into. I don't know how much of that you can share. I don't know how much that you can say if it's dangerously safe, but what can you speak on that? Because that was something interesting to me.
I'll say a little something on that.
Okay,
So,
okay, okay.
um, my life journey has been interesting these last several years. Um, and I can actually start by giving a little extra context. I know Jafia from the mission field. We met in Hawaii at
Yes,
an
sir.
orientation going out. I was going to Palau, he was going to Coast Ride. And as a part of my mission experience, I ended up and I don't actually know. I actually don't know if you were already planning on going to seminary at some point. But it was probably a year or two after we met there that I left Palau in 2019 and came to the seminary here in Michigan to pursue the Master of Divinity, which is supposed to set you up to be a pastor. But I wanted to utilize that and the education there.
Mm.
Um, and that was 6 years ago. In short, I came back, I started the classes and all, and bailed on the process and had a lot of fears. There's a video I recorded on that, so you'll have to check that one out in the stream.
Okay. Plug,
I
plug.
didn't post it yet, but yeah, stay tuned.
Said, it's coming. Actually, it's actually
It's
coming.
coming.
Not out yet.
um, but last summer, after being all over the place with career inspiration and ideas and stuff, I was inspired to apply again for military chaplaincy. And a couple weeks ago, after a year of being in the process of it, and with I received a call that I've been accepted into the Navy Reserves as
Woo!
a chaplain. So
Jeez. Wow. Congrats.
thank you. It's pretty legit. I'm excited for it. And a lot of the things that I do now, I'm trying to connect to that context.
Yeah.
And like this video and the things that we're talking about. I'm looking at how it's with social media and the access to YouTube and all, everybody's reporting on stuff. There are so many opportunities to see examples I never want to do.
Mm,
But at the same time, there's also some great people out there who are doing good things that I can also be inspired from.
yeah.
And it's odd because if I had to name for you a couple people in the spiritual that I would look up to going into this role, I don't know that I could name anybody off the top of my head.
Mm,
But if I had to think of other people out there that I would draw inspiration from, somebody like Jocko Willink is one,
mm,
or Merciel. So it's
Mm.
like, relating to the context and thinking about how people can be impactful and lead in such a different area. I am seeing a lot more of the tactics that have worked on the military level and how just the connecting on a person level with those practices and those mentalities can also be helpful on the spiritual level. So it's pretty
yeah.
cool how it's like reverse engineering, even though I haven't been in the place yet.
Yeah.
How I can kind of inform myself going into that space. But yeah, that's what's going on.
Wow, bro. Wow. So definitely more questions. And maybe as we continue going in different sessions, this will not be our last video. Like I'll definitely have some more questions on that. Cause I just want to what is that going to look like for you? Like ministry in that context, but it's a new form of ministry. It's a new area. And that's exciting. It's exciting for sure.
Dude, man, yeah, more to come for sure. This
Okay.
next month, I will say this. This is September 1st. But a couple next big steps should be happening here before this month is.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, stay tuned.
Dang. I was gonna say, yeah, that sounds like stay tuned. That sounds like make sure you subscribe, follow, make sure
Yes,
you
sir. Like and subscribe, baby.
hey, lock it, lock in,
Yeah,
lock in,
man.
twins. Hey, for sure. Dang.
That's vibes. Yo, I'm
Wow.
looking at the clock here. We're about
Okay.
43 minutes in. And I
Okay.
do have a couple other light topics I want to get into. 'Cause
Okay.
I
I
know
love
you're
that.
gonna
I love
love
that.
these.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I want to toss it back to you first.
I guess going into light topics. Here's one. I just sent up a prayer of Thanksgiving today because I realized football is back, brother. Oh, come on. Oh, I love that Superman chair, BT Dubs.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
I want to say
How we get
DC.
down.
I'm a Superman hater, but this last Superman movie made me like Superman, which I could not have imagined.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's another, and we can talk about. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Be more, bro. Bro. So
It's our year. This is our year. Let's
that's
go.
okay. And that's the thing, because there are delusional fans. Cowboys fans are among them, like other fan bases that just every year's our year. And no, it's not. But I feel like being a Ravens fan is a tough place to be because legitimately the last 4 or 5 years, I feel like we've had a chance. And this year is just almost like, bro, can we just put it all together? We got Derrick Henry. We got Lamar. We got D-Hop as a third option. We got Zay. We got Bateman resurgence. We got Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. We got the line. We got Rokon. We got Kyle Hamilton. We got I'm going off, guys, because I love this team. And I'm just
who we don't have? Justin Tucker.
That's a dangerously safe topic, brother. Because my brother started looking at Deshaun Watson and other fights and started saying, "Oh,
He said, "Oh, we could do that." No.
Oh, we
No.
we can do that and still play."
No.
No, brother. No. As I think if you that would say bozo activity.
Yes.
That
Bozo
bozo.
activity, man.
Bro, but how are you feeling about this Ravens season? How are you feeling about it?
I'm hyped. Like
Same.
the Ravens, ever since those Kyle Bowler days, man,
Oh.
Todd Heap and them boys, like this has been my squad. I was born in Baltimore, so
I'm born in Maryland. So,
that's what I'm talking about. This is like my one true team.
bro, I feel you.
Like between the Ravens and the Orioles,
Yeah.
like these are the two teams that I'm the closest tied to because I was born there. Like that's my jam.
I feel
But
you. I feel you.
when we started getting good,
I think
started like
sorry, you finish what you're gonna say.
I was just saying, like when we started picking up again. If you're a real fan, you're with it through the lows, the highs, and all of that.
Correct.
But when you start to catch that feeling, like, wait a second, man, we about to do something special. I felt it back in the early 2010s when Ed
Mhm.
Reed, my favorite player of all time, we had Ray Lewis,
Bro,
we had Trent Dilfer holding it down. That was
oh,
the first time. But then,
jeez.
we had Joe Flacco, who was like a playoff savant.
Bro, playoff Joe, January Joe,
man.
bro.
Hey, man. And it's just like, yo, we going on a run. But this is different, man. Different.
It is, bro, because like I think if you've been a Ravens fan, you've been used to defense, the calling card. Like, look, we're gonna be all right on offense, but I know this, our defense is gonna carry us. That's what's gonna win this game. And so, like, even the Joe Flacco era, it was kind of crazy. Like, okay, offense is gonna do its part, and in the Super Bowl run, the offense kind of was more focal, but not electric. Like, I don't think we were ever top 10 offenses. Joe, look, I will never dog on Joe Flacco because he gave us a Super Bowl. Like, he's not better than Lamar, but he gave us a Super Bowl. So you're never gonna catch me talking down on brother Joe. I thank you for your work, Joe. But Joe Flacco is not anybody that's like, oh, MVP candidate. Like, I don't think as a Ravens fan, you're not used to that. So when you have Lamar Jackson and the offense leading the way, and like, bro, our quarterback, Corey, our quarterback's not just the best quarterback on the team. He's the best player in the league.
Yes.
The best quarterback.
People still trying to hate on this guy,
bro. For sure, bro.
Man.
All these people, like, what's this dude? Nick Wright, freaking bozo, bro. Nick Wright.
I'm hating out here,
bro. Out here, just like, well, I don't know if they can do this. Or I don't know. Acho and all those homies. I'd be like, man, shut up.
Acho is whack, man. Don't get me started on him. That dude, sell out of the highest order, bro. That dude is so whack. If there was ever a dude that tried to sound so intelligent while making absolute no sense at all, that is Emmanuel Acho.
Bro, these homies would be like, oh, okay, so you gotta understand that. It's like,
sounds like them dudes in the seminary. Well, according to that's Acho right there. That's Acho.
Not the according. Well, actually.
Well, according to the Koine Greek. According to the 42nd declension.
That's a declension. Oh man. Oh man, brother.
That's Acho.
That's bro. So I mean, all those haters. And that's why I need. I want this team to win, bro. Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, bro, the Bills, they're not better than us. The Chiefs, they're not better than us, bro. And the NFC, like, yeah, the Eagles were tough. Maybe last week, but I don't look at nobody. I don't look at nobody and say, look, number 8 and now number 22. Like, that's a difference maker. Ain't no. And the crazy thing is, this is something I'll say too. Every year they're like, well, this quarterback, he's kind of like Lamar Jackson, or this person, Jaden Daniels. Look, Jaden Daniels is good, but brother, I seen him play. I was like,
Lamar.
You're not comparing that to Lamar Jackson, brothers. There's no way you're comparing that to Lamar. Or look, Colin Kaepernick back in the day, he was the original. Brother, you're not running as smooth as Lamar. Colin, he was like, he did his thing, but he ran awkward. Lamar
he was real
is
stiff. He was stiff.
he was stiff with the but with Lamar, he's like just smooth with it.
Man.
He's
Yes.
throwing off the platform. Like he's
Yes.
the best of both worlds. And I just think it is a disservice to compare anybody to him because it's not fair for that person to live up to that standard.
That's true.
And he's just one of a kind. And it's crazy to be like, we have that, but that means we have to maximize. Like, I would hate if our Super Bowls are Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco and no Lamar Jackson. To have an MVP not win a Super Bowl, it's tough, bro. It's tough.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Brow in the stream on TikTok, recognizing the flag over here.
Hey,
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Shout
We
out, shout
repping. We rep for the islands.
hey, amen. All day, every day.
Bro, we have been so close. And we have the talent, we have the skill, we've got all the positions that we need. The one question that I have,
Uh-huh.
and I hate to say it because it's like
dear.
I
no.
hate to say it, but Harbaugh, man.
Oh, I knew it. Dang.
That's my question.
Bro, I follow this YouTuber Engraven Vids. If you don't follow him already, like that's the only Ravens YouTuber I follow. Great guy. Engraven
Vids?
ING and then Raven and then VIDS. Like that's the only Ravens guy I follow, and he's so worth it because he does questions from subscribers. So I've submitted some questions on there and he's answered them, and like he just real talk about the Ravens. Just
I'm subscribing right now.
yeah, bro. Watch some videos. If you email him questions, he'll answer. Great guy. So plug for Engraven. But so this is a conversation that he will continually have with fans. Like people sending this question, like we need to get rid of Harbaugh. And I go back and forth because man, Harbaugh we have the Super Bowl with Harbaugh. It feels like every time he's like a cockroach. Every time you're about to crush him, he just and then he does something that you're like, oh dang, Harbaugh, maybe we need to keep you around. But I do, and I appreciate Harbaugh. I appreciate his motivation. I appreciate how he teaches our team to be resilient. Harbaugh teams are going to be resilient. They're going to be motivated. They're going to fight the odds. They're best as underdogs, to be honest.
That's true.
Like, if you see the 2 Super Bowls we won them as wild cards, not as number 1 seeds. So, like, I think Harbaugh struggles when his team is front runners. His teams need to kind of be doubted. And that's why this year I'm like, oh, this might be the year because we're under the down. And but also I'm like, I do think it's tough. It's tough because Lamar's used to Harbaugh and stuff, and a new head coach would be changing a lot. But I can hear the facts for we need a new voice, like that new voice, that new perspective, that maybe just that creativity, that that one thing that's gonna put us over the edge in those moments. I think we might need it. But I mean, for me, I'm like this year, I'm like, hey. Let's see what we do this year. If we
Let's see what we got.
Let's see if okay, this is what I would say. If we go to AFC Championship again and lose,
we can't do that.
That's when I look like I'll give Harbaugh a Super Bowl and we lose. I would be sick, but I'd be like, hey, we got
at least we got there.
We got there.
Because it would have mean that we beat the Chiefs or the Bills or somebody else.
True,
which is a big step.
Or the Bengals, the Bungles. So
yeah, we're not talking about the Bungles.
Freaking
Bungles gonna bungle. Leave them
exactly, bro. Last year, 2 of my favorite games were against the freaking Bengals, bro. Bro, they thought they were up. Jamar Chase out here. Where I cooked y'all, but she lost. Take that L back to Cincinnati. Take the L. Can't make Bengals without an L. Come on, cuz. So, but yeah, I feel like anything, because I think the narrative is going to be that Harbaugh has squandered some of the best Ravens teams. Anything less than a Super Bowl this year, I do think you got to start asking the question. Like, I know Eric DeCosta and those homies are loyal. Like, those homies want continuity. We don't want to change to just change. But, brother, if we get anywhere short of the Super Bowl this year, like unless we lose the AFC Championship game in some freak play or something crazy, I think we do got to look at, hey, bro, is there another voice? Is there another person that could get us over the hump? And it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. I know Ravens fans are going to be like, no, but that's what I would wonder.
It's tough, bro. I think the thing I struggle with is during regular season, everything seems to work fine. So maybe the refined critique is whose voice is making them change the game plan in the playoffs that we use throughout the season? Who is that? Because whoever that person is needs to go ASAP.
Bro, the last few playoffs, that like I remember when we were playing the Chiefs, and it was like in the AFC Championship game, and it was just like, bro, what are we doing? Like, and then
Derrick Henry
also,
had like 4 touches in the first 3 quarters, man.
bro,
No.
I was like, why did we bring this dude here to not run in the playoffs? What would we do? Like, I have seen that happen too many times. Like, I remember when the Ravens when we had the number 1 seed and we lost the Titans. That was like,
Oh my goodness. That was embarrassing.
and you know what? I'll chalk it up to Lamar or maybe Young in the offense. But that one was another crazy one that was like, what's going on? And then I think who did we lose to that next year? Dang, I forgot who we lost to. But it was a lot of it was getting away from the game plan, like getting away from what you do well, and you just wonder, guys,
That was the
what?
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
That was the Chiefs.
Yeah. It was just like, guys, what?
That was oh my.
What are we doing? And so I do wonder who that voice is. I do wonder who's making those adjustments, and like, how do we go into a playoff game and change what was working in the regular season? And I think this has been this year. I've told friends, bro, I don't actually like. I love that football's back. I'm a big Ravens fan, but to be honest, I don't care about the regular season no more.
No.
For me, I know
It's
we're going to the
playoffs,
playoffs.
man.
I know
Super
we're
Bowl
going to the playoffs. There's no way, like at worst, and I really mean at worst, we're finishing second in our division, and
Without
that's
a doubt. Without a doubt.
if the Bengals or I don't even want to give the Steelers
Man,
that kind
Bungle's
of
gonna
credit,
bungle, man.
bro. So
Steelers with OG old Aaron Rodgers, get out of here,
bro, so that's like
And it's
at
Pittsburgh, Buns.
You already know, bro. Boo. Freaking Mike Tomlin and those scrubs. But like at worst, we finish second because we're not finishing anything less than that.
No.
So maybe a wild card. But like, I think we're gonna be a top team. We're gonna do, and so I don't even like wonder anymore. I'm not even like, are we gonna make the playoffs? Oh, what are we gonna do? No, we're making the playoffs. For me as a Ravens fan, it's now just what are we doing in the playoffs, guys?
Yes.
Because that's what we hear all the time. Lamar can't win a playoff game. And that narrative, that might be another conversation, brother. I hate that narrative. Because it's so the context is not given. So
we gonna get it done this season though, man.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right now. Baltimore
Let's
Super
go.
Bowl,
Super Bowl.
baby.
Let's go. Super Bowl number 3, baby.
All right. I got a couple super brief.
Okay.
We'll see. But I got one question.
Oh man.
And then I'll save my other video for my last.
Okay. Oh no. You're already laughing, bro. Like, what's going on?
Because I know you're gonna love this one. All right. So this next one, his name actually came up in the stream, and Nightcap.
Okay. Sorry, it cut out
Shannon
a little
Sharp.
bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp, man. You talk about somebody who fumbled the bag.
Shannon, bro.
Bro, I'll frame it like this. I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Even Nightcap early on, like him and Chad are they're kind of ridiculous. They're kind of funny, but
Yeah.
it's like he always has those, like, my grandma told me, grandpa
Yes.
this, and uncle. Like, he always has the really cool insights and stuff like that. But when you hear about something like this, and then you hear the recordings about the things that were said, and then you hear about 25,000 per cheat. Like,
I didn't hear about that.
bro, it's
Crazy.
hard. It's hard to see him the same. I haven't watched a nightcap since then, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on our boy Shannon Sharp?
I think I read this comment and I was like, I think so. I think sometimes I see Shannon as a guy that's not trying to act his age. Like, I think like
Monique told him
Shannon,
that.
who?
Monique in her interview.
Yeah. And it's like that was already a crazy interview, but I feel like, yeah, like Shannon just be wanting to show that, oh yeah, I still got it. I'm still young. I still and you're like, no, Shannon, part of what makes you great is like what you said, like that advice, that like that life experience, that my mom, my grandma used to say that, and like the fact that you've been able to look back and synthesize some of that information and be able to communicate it in such a great way. And he's a very smart guy. Like, I mean, very like he was at the top of his game. But I feel like, yeah, bro, when I hear some of the situations, like, okay, first off, when the Instagram live thing came out where he was with
That was
the
one.
lady, it was like there were so people ask questions that I thought were really good, like how did that live even come on? Because
Can't do that on accident.
accident, oh da da da. Come on, G.
I'm on my phone right now.
Because
I gotta open it up. I gotta find Instagram. I gotta open up Instagram. Once I'm in Instagram, I gotta click on the plus button.
then you gotta
You
pick
gotta pick
live.
because default is story. You gotta scroll twice to get to live. Then you have to hit live, and then it goes 3, 2, 1. Now I'm live. That's a whole process, man.
That was at least 15 to 20, 30 seconds of like. So how does that just automatically come on? So stuff like that, and then it's like, oh, ha ha ha, he, like, yo, okay, cool. That you found that funny, but that's not really. That's kind of embarrassing, my
It's
boy.
very embarrassing.
And then the lawsuit with the young girl, and that you're just like, come on, my boy. Like, what are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? And so I think that's one of Shannon's things that I think I've seen is like not acting his age, trying to be young, trying to like always flaunting this. Yeah, I don't have a because sometimes when Chad be talking about getting Shannon a wife, I'm like, maybe you do need to find your boy
Right.
something because this man's just out in the streets.
Yes, he's just out here, man. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no type of sense. So yeah, that's what I think about that boy Shannon, bro.
Race.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Somebody because you're like you be saying all these smart stuff, but it seems like you don't even follow your own
I'm saying,
advice.
like, you can't take him
man.
seriously anymore after that. It's like nobody's trying to hear.
No, nobody's trying to hear you being a clown. All when you talk, people are hearing. No.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh no!
No. I was about to mock him on the Instagram live, but I was like, no, I can't do that.
Oh, I feel you. Okay, yeah. Amen.
I'm good.
That's
I
fine.
can't
That's
do
fine.
that.
That's not dangerously safe.
Yeah, that's just dangerous. No safety there whatsoever.
No safety.
Let me tag you on this and cut this out, man.
Oh, true. Yeah, bro. So, I mean, and here's the thing with Ocho, which I still, Ocho's still doing no scandal, so we're good. But like, sometimes I'm like, Ocho, people like Ocho and T.O., they just think that they are ageless. They're like, I can strap up right now, and I could just da-da-da. And you're like, come on, my boys. I know you guys are gifted physically, but come on, my boys.
There comes a level where the delusion must be addressed and accepted.
Like, Chad, look, you was a good wide receiver. We played you as a Raven. Like, you burned us a couple of times, but brother, there's no way you are saucing up Sauce Gardner today. Come on, brother.
And the funny thing, I always got mad at one, we have the same last name in real life.
Oh, Chad Johnson. Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah.
other thing that killed me is that number is 85, but Ocho Cinco is 85.
Yes, correct.
So it should be 85.
Penta cinco.
And
Yeah.
I was like, that always bugged me for some reason.
Yeah.
It always bugged me for
I
some reason.
think, and I think too, because like sometimes people be like, it feels like anybody in the NFL that did something is like we always have the conversation. Oh, I should be in the Hall of Fame. I should be in the Hall of Fame. I should be in the Hall of Fame. It's just like, my G. There's a reason why it's a select group. Everybody can't just be in the Hall of Fame. Like sometimes we wonder why some people are in the Hall of
True.
Fame, but like everybody can't just be there. Like there's going to be good players that are in the Hall because the Hall is for great, like the best. So there's even great players that you're like, dang, they're not in the Hall. Well, maybe they weren't the best. And for Chad Ochocinco, you're like, oh, he should be in the Hall. He should be in the Hall. I'm like, brother in Christ, I don't remember anything that my boy Chad Ochocinco did that made me be like, oh snap, Chad Ochocinco's gonna come up in clutch time. He's gonna have a catch. No,
Yeah.
Chad never did. When did Chad show up in the playoffs? And he'll say, "Oh, I can't affect my team," and who's. But you know what? That boy Calvin Johnson.
Oh, Megatron.
So I don't know. I just think we're talking a lot about who should be in the Hall, who should be in the Hall. Ochocinco needs to ask, hey, what was I doing on the field? Really? Like, I did come on, guys.
What's hilarious about this topic is that speaking of delusion and lack of awareness, it's a perfect segue for this next video I will show you.
Oh,
For our
dear.
last
Oh,
topic.
dear. Okay. The delusion.
In fact, you might say the king of delusion.
Oh dear.
All right, here we go.
I see
Here
a
we
king.
go.
I see a king on the left. Dang.
Hold up. Sure, you can hear all this nonsense.
Yikes.
Sure.
He is the forever king.
They called him the Chosen One. He carried the weight of every expectation on his shoulders. But he never broke. We were all witnesses. Every rival was defeated. Every idol was destroyed. He took the crown and kept it. Behold the greatness. He is the forever king. They called him the Chosen One.
Jesus Christ is the forever king.
You see the
There you go,
comments, you see
J-Han
the
Gold.
comments.
Come on.
Bro, the king of delusion himself, LeBron James.
The forever king.
You know what's hilarious about this? Hold on.
What?
He carried the weight of every expectation on his shoulders. But he never
broke.
Oh, false.
Who are
False.
the 2011 Dallas Mavericks? Answer. The ones who broke LeBron James.
Carried all. The Spurs, if Ray Allen had made a 3,
The Spurs.
that brother would have faced another back-to-back years. He would have lost to the
Who
Spurs.
are Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and
Literally, the Miami Heat were formed because LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh could not get past the Boston Celtics.
So this is why I say peak delusion, and I'm upset with Nike for this, man.
So boo.
I should have gotten the other video to compare to this, but just keep in mind, you have this commercial that Nike is partnering to promo LeBron. But you'll probably remember that Nike also had one with Jordan, except where he was talking about his failures. That video?
Oh no!
Oh, I gotta find that one
I don't
for
think
you.
I've seen
I gotta
that
find
one.
that for you. It's basically this one right here. Hey man. And this is the contrast. And for those all in the stream watching, it's a few of you. I am an admitted LeBron hater. All right.
I will also resonate and say I am too.
What I'm gonna say is I don't think it's without reason, and I think it's something he brought on himself. I think that the arrogance, the narcissism, and the lack of awareness all contribute to this. This ad by Nike is all of those things. It's a lack of awareness, it is arrogance, and it is narcissism, and it's lies.
Yeah.
It's not even true.
Very much so.
Now,
Yeah.
by contrast, let's check out this Jordan commercial.
It's propaganda.
Absolutely.
This is the definition of propaganda.
Horrible. It's so blatant. It's ridiculous. Check this out. Scott Cole.
Oh wow. Failure commercial. Okay, let's see this.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
Yeah.
Woo!
That is a commercial.
Dang. Dang. That's the thing. I don't think you'll ever see a commercial with LeBron James like on the ground or losing, da da da. Now, here's where I will say I have to give LeBron from a talent standpoint and from the fact that, hey, making 10 NBA finals or so in a row, like I always have to acknowledge, like, yo, LeBron, he's one of the best players to ever play in the league. Do I like him? No. Do I think he was never broke? No. Do I think like he got away with some stuff and he teamed up to help him? Yep. Great player though. Hey, one of the best passing forwards, like, bro, it's Magic Johnson-esque. But will I also say he joined the Lakers for Anthony Davis? Well, he's prolonging his career, but not to win anything, just to do what?
Now 5, now 6, now 7.
Oh,
You're right.
bro, that was funny.
He was right.
Correct. Not any of those. I think 2. That's what they got.
He got 2, and Ray Allen saved his bacon.
Bro, that's the thing. Kyrie Irving also saved him in Cleveland. We got to talk about that. Like,
hey, man,
bro.
We out here talking about the dude with the most points in NBA history, right? But you can't remember a single shot he hit in any of his NBA finals. I'm just saying.
And I also think, like, man, maybe I'm just like nostalgic or whatever, but I feel like the Jordan demeanor and the LeBron demeanor are just so different. Even I didn't even like Kobe like that, but like even Kobe's demeanor, like it's just there's this different way Jordan carried himself and just put in that work that with LeBron, it's like, dang, I don't see it. Like it's
forced, bro. And it's forced, it's manufactured. And the fact that you see my comment here, I got the laughing emojis because this commercial was absolutely hilarious to me. But I mean, you got people out here saying, nah, Jesus Christ is forever king, Christ is king. And then you got the copers right here. I love when haters take time out of their day to watch the whole ad and comment. Like, of course we're gonna say something about it, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's rent free in your mind." Nah, man. Like, we see it, so we're commenting on it. Let's do.
I love J-Bond Wagon. Every rival was defeated.
Exactly.
And yet, Tim Duncan, Steph Curry, KD, and Dirk have winning records in the finals. We're witnesses to him crashing.
Every rival was defeated. What are you talking about?
Bro, freaking Steph Curry owns LeBron James.
3-1.
Bro.
So this is what I'm saying. It's like it's ridiculous because nothing that is said here is true. So when you talk about revisionist history, bro, and you talk about
Oh,
delusion and you talk about peak arrogance, they think because they say this, people will believe this. All you have to
I
do
mean
is
the
look at
LeBron.
yesterday. Like there's this whole story that tries to devalue it, and this is what I'm saying in terms of the difference, right? You have Jordan who acknowledges and embraces the failures and uses them to show why he succeeds. And then you have this guy saying that he never lost, he never broke, and everything that he did, he was successful in. Look at the contrast. Look at the contrast, bro.
Wow. Yeah, and yeah, bro. I think also, yeah, the LeBron fans will will exaggerate and will just be like, "Oh man, this guy's the great and everything." But like, come
Oh,
on, guys, come on. If only the shoes looked as good. That's
hey man.
tough.
So yeah, Nike, you catch a hot L for this one. Like this,
He said a
yeah,
hot L.
this is hot buns right here. This ad, because you know you're lying. You know you're lying for
Yeah.
one. And if there are two things that I hate in this world, it's thieves and liars. And thieves because you're gonna try to take something that you know is not yours. Liars because you're gonna
Hmm.
try to make someone believe something that you know is false. And Nike
And
as
you
a
know it's false.
corporation, you're doing that right here. And here's the worst part of all. This is what they're trying to sell with this promo.
Oh no. Also, LeBron being king now, like, yeah, it's great that he's sustaining, but brother, the Lakers aren't
Not
doing
doing anything. And
nothing,
if they
bro.
do, it's gonna be because of Luca.
And let me tell you, I know I have some friends that are Lakers fans, bro. Perennial playing team, bro. They come after the Celtics and they're like, "Oh, you guys are gonna suck." Yeah, we're gonna suck this year, but y'all be sucking
All right.
every year. Come on, man.
All right.
Perennial playing
You
team.
ready for this?
Yeah, please.
Look at what they're trying to hype this up to sell. And maybe that's why they're trying to hype it so hard, because this right here,
Ah, those shoes don't even look good, TBA, for you, bro.
my screen update.
I would not. I would not wear those, even as just casual shoes.
No, definitely not. Okay, here you
Also, I don't think I hear a bunch of people talk about. I don't know of any hoopers or people that I know that are like, "Oh, I'm rocking the LeBrons, bro. I'm rocking the
Nobody is.
bronze."
Look at this. What is
Come
this?
on, buddy. Come on,
What is
bro.
this?
I don't know what that is, bro. That's an attempt to hide his hairline. I don't know, to focus away from his hairline, because that don't look good.
You know what this is to me? This is a try hard shoe. It's doing too much. And if you look at most of LeBron's shoes, that's what they are. They're shoes that are doing too much.
Too much. Too much, bro. Get a cool colorway. Don't get this,
Yeah,
bro.
this is not it, man. Anybody who rocks these, they're gonna be looking at you like a cornball.
I'm gonna look at you like I look at the Tesla truck. Be like, dang, bro. I know you think you're doing something, but
Nah.
you're not. You're not. You're not that guy. You're not him, buddy. Not him, buddy.
We'll leave the LeBron slander and flaming there for now, because there's much more that could be said.
Much more, brother.
Just
Trust
tip of
me,
the
I've
iceberg.
had the debate. Yeah,
Hey,
correct.
man, it's hard when you're arguing with delusion out here, bro.
Hey, people want to keep their delusion alive.
It's a hard life, man. It's a hard life.
It's a hard life.
Yo, this has been dangerously safe, and
Dangerously safe.
a lot more of this to come in the future.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jay Fia, any closing words as we wrap this up?
Man, hey, I think as we keep doing this, and people keep watching, like, I think we'll probably get some more structure, but just I think this is kind of what it is. It's gonna be, we're gonna go deep, we're gonna dangerous. We're gonna show that, hey, look, we think about things, and we got some deep things to say on things, but also we human beings with other interests and things, and like the world is wide and vast and funny. And so I think we will go beyond the depths, but also come up for air and just be like,
I like that.
go out here. So yeah, just expect that from Dangerously Safe, and just have the conversations. Have the
That's
conversations.
what's up, bro. I'll echo that and say you wouldn't typically expect a couple of dudes who are very much and openly professed as Christian, um, and representative of Christ. We try our best. We're not perfect by any, but
Yeah.
what we do stand by is connecting in a real and practical way with the world that we live in. So the
Mhm.
conversations that people we seek to having, we feel like we can be a part of those conversations. Um,
Yeah.
Spaces that are not overtly spiritual and religious, we're okay taking a step to have a conversation and to build a relationship. Because
Yeah.
if I look at Jesus and the way that he interacted, I don't see him having a qualifying list and say, "Oh, like me, you worship like me, you believe all the same. I can talk to you. Okay, cool." No, it was very different for him, and so we're trying to
Yeah.
break that ice as well, and connect in more ways than just on spiritual stuff.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, with that, stay tuned for the next one. Maybe we'll get this scheduled. We'll see. Both
Yeah.
very busy individuals with a lot of new things coming down the pipe.
Yeah,
Um,
bro.
but when we do get in here, man, we're gonna have a good time.
And this was honestly a long time coming. So I mean, thanks for making it happen, and it's fun.
Sure, man. Can't wait to see where we go from here.
Let's go. True.
Dangerously safe, baby.
Dangerously safe.
All right, JP, my man. Hey, anywhere they can follow you on social media?
Yeah, you can follow me at JFIAH Reeves REEVES. That's me on Instagram. Just my name on Facebook if you use that. I'm making a decision about TikTok. I'm still not on there. But yeah, you can follow me on that. And hey, always open to having a conversation. Trying to make some creative projects. So look forward to that. I'll be, a blog might be coming out soon. Some
Hey, okay.
some devotional videos, some just funny content. That's in the works. That's in the
I
works.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yo, one thing that I'll have to do is get all the links to all these socials, your blog, and attach them to these episodes.
Oh, for sure.
Come here,
Yeah.
they can track it all down.
Hey,
That'll be
definitely,
a next step.
definitely, bro. Yo, thank you. I always appreciate you putting people on. So
Of course, man. This is what we do.
let's go.
All right, y'all. Well, we out here, and
Yeah.
we'll catch you in the next one. JFia, my brother.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, man.
Hey, thank you, bro. This was fun.
Yes, sir. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.